Yo, we are in the building. Welcome back to Lakerland. My boy Bronny James got a ton of challenges coming up. Let's talk about it. Buckle up. Welcome back, boys and girls, to Lakerland. What's that word, people? Seven Mitchell in the building. Welcome back to Lakerland. We doing it live as always. Got to talk about the kid, Bronny James. How many challenges does Bronny have coming up? Training camp, preseason, regular season. Let's dive in and let's talk about it. Man, his father, Pops, LeBron Sr., he didn't make matters worse or any better yesterday. I saw that report that came down about, well, actually, it was a clip they was running on social media about LeBron. Would he be called dad by Bronny while playing? And Bron was like, no, he gonna have to call me 2-3 or Braun or something. And I'm like, man, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough for him to. Uh, that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be laughable. I mean, can you imagine running down the court? Hey, dad, give me the ball, dad. Like that's in the NBA. That is bugged out to me. But I thought that was kind of interesting. But um, that would be tough, man, for you not to be calling your father, for you to kind of have your mindset not to call your pops dad in between those lines for those, 3 hours, 2.5 hours, what have you, through an 82 game stretch. That's gonna be, mm, I don't know. That is interesting. But what other challenges, like what real challenges does Bronny James face this upcoming season, Lakerland? I mean, it's a lot, you know what I mean, to kind of unravel when you think about it. I mean, Bronny, to me, he's already got the guaranteed contract, right? We got 15 spots ultimately that's going to be on the roster. And I think Bronny, he's going to get one of those guaranteed spots if he doesn't have one already. If I'm not mistaken, Bronny already has a guaranteed spot. So one of the questions was like, well, damn, is he going to be in the G League? Is he going to, like, how are they going to, work him throughout the season? For the most part, I thought they would send him downstairs. But now that I think about it, and it's still early, I don't know. Do y'all think LeBron would want, don't you think LeBron Sr. would probably feel Bronny would get better experience being right there on the bench in real time with those guys? I mean, LeBron, Bronny James has the size to play in the NBA. So at this point, it's all about skill and if the speed of the game is too much for him. And I'm thinking to myself, the speed, he's going to have to adjust to that. But is he better off watching it being right on the sidelines or, going down to the G League and building with those other guys that are trying to find a spot? I don't know. I don't know what I would do, and I don't know what LeBron Sr. would want. It's easy to say now to send him down to the developmental league, but I don't know, man. Bronny, if he could find some type of defensive identity, he's not going to be a troublemaker. He is going to listen. So I don't think we're going to have any problems out of Bronny. Everything is going to be upside for real. It's all about the productivity. Will he get the opportunities? I don't think so. I'm going to be real. Dalton Connect, I project and I expect will get way more of an opportunity than Bronny this season in real time. Shit, Dalton is number 5 right now, projected to win Rookie of the Year. And this is kind of based off of opportunity. But I do feel like Bronny James, if he could get some type of defensive identity, he could be fine. Big picture wise. Short term wise this season, I mean, I project us to get history out the way, probably opening night versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm thinking that LeBron and Bronny James, we'll see them on the basketball court, probably just to get it out the way. I don't know how many minutes starting this thing off Bronny will get. I don't expect to see him a whole lot, even in blowout games. Seth in the building. Seth said he definitely might get some quick tick and get evaluated, but nothing crazy. He might get time in the league for. I just feel like, look, I'm not sitting up here trying to campaign for Bronny James here on Laker Land. I'm not trying to convince anybody that Bronny is ready right now. But I'm just wondering, sometimes the best experience is for you to be hands-on. Not everybody can relate to that, but sometimes the best experience is to be hand-on. And even if you just on the sideline on the bench, I'm wondering if LeBron ultimately will feel like that's going to be the best situation for his son than actually sending him down to the G League, because in game time, if he goes down to the G League in game time, LeBron and these other guys are not going to be able to communicate with Bronny like they would if he was just on the bench with the big dogs, just watching and observing and learning. I think he could benefit better, even on the bench, not going to the G League. I'm going to keep that real. But I don't want to sacrifice a spot, not at all. Bronny James is not worth respectfully sacrificing an impactful spot on this 15-man roster. But for what it's worth, if we're talking about what's best for Bronny, don't send him downstairs. If he's not going to get any minutes, I mean, it'll be a learning curve for him. But I just think that from the outside in, he'll benefit more just being on the bench. Jordan in the building. George says, who would want to join the Lakers when LeBron acts like a diva and throws his teammates under the bus in post-game interviews? Well, let me ask you a question, Jordan. Let's keep it a buck. And LeBron has done some definitely questionable things. But when you talk about throwing players under the bus, has he lied on any of these players? Has he made up any stories? Or all these stories all true? Whatever we speaking on. What are we saying at the end of the day about LeBron's character? Because that's what it seems like we're questioning here. And I'm not going to sit up here. Like I said, I can't defend LeBron. He's made a lot of crazy decisions. Some feel like that have kind of made this Lakers organization fall by the wayside as far as being competitive. I don't know. Without LeBron, I feel like the Lakers are nothing. I don't know. Maybe I need to get a new television. If you talking about Darvin Ham, he deserved it. Look what Darvin Ham was a terrorist last season. So that's where I'm at with that. The media for Bronny James. Let's talk about how Bronny will be handling the media, because we had a big debate about this on Laker Land probably about a couple weeks ago. Some people out here feel like Bronny can't handle the media, the questions that he's going to be asked this upcoming season. And that kind of blew me away, because I'm like, look, this kid has been in front of the spotlight all his life. He been courtside all his life. Now, he has not been asked questions all his life. He's not had that microphone in front of him all his life. I'm gonna be real. I didn't even really hear Bronny voice like that until we got into the combine. That was the first time I think I seen Bronny do an interview. But ultimately, I don't think like the stories, the articles, the reports, that stuff can't rattle Bronny James, bro. Look who his father is. Not that his father can control narratives, but bro, LeBron has been targeted by some of the best we got in the media, from the Skip Baylesses. Like, people have gotten rich off of LeBron James' name over the 20 years. They vilified him. They've come up with so many things, and LeBron has found a way to duck and dodge. I anticipate his son not to have no issues with the media. And because there's really no high expectation for Bronny, to be like super successful, I don't think the media is going to go hard on the kid for real. The link is in the live chat. If y'all want to come on up and speak on Bronny James, y'all are welcome to come on up to the open panel. But man, I just ultimately at the end of the day, you know, the only when it comes to the media and Bronny, they could create stories, they could create narratives. Us, the fans could, probably go with a lot of this shit. But I don't think that it's gonna, rattle Bronny. I don't think that it's gonna affect him. I think he's gonna be locked in. I think his support system, bro, got one of the best support systems that you could ever have. So as far as the kid being focused, I think it's he's gonna be set. XCon says LeBron gonna have his boy play. I agree, bro. I agree. But I'm gonna be honest though, XCon. I don't feel like LeBron is gonna do it to sacrifice the team. Maybe a game or two, because again, you got to put the kid, you got all these players got to get into the fire. If you're going to be something in professional basketball, baseball, football, in any sport professionally or in anything, you got to put your feet in the fire. So, ultimately, I do see Bronny getting in real time. But like I said, I definitely expect him to be in the game opening night so we can get history versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Opening night is in Los Angeles, right? So why not get that out the way? Get LeBron and Bronny on the court at the same time. Let's get that out the way. I think that'll be dope. And I think ultimately he will get some time this season, but I don't think it's going. I don't expect LeBron to force his hand with this. LeBron know what his son can and can't do. LeBron in his heart know if his son is really ready for this. I don't see LeBron sabotaging wins and losses for his kid. And I will hope JJ Redick, as a new coach, will be zero tolerant to that. My only question with this whole Bronny James saga is just, how does he benefit? What's best for him? Is it better for him to go to the G League and run with those guys? Or is it better for him to just sit on the bench and just really watch this thing in real time, be able to communicate with the guys in real time? I think that would be beneficial for him. I look at some of the comments when we talk about Bronny James, bro. Some people just it baffles me how people really have some type of weird expectation that he's supposed to be offensively as good as his father. It's crazy. What LeBron James has going for him is God given. I don't care if that's his son, same blood. None of that shit matters. If God didn't put those abilities in you, you ain't getting them. That shit ain't inherited. You can't work out and get it. What LeBron has, what Kobe has, what Michael has, that's God gifted ability. No matter how good the sons are going to be ultimately, no matter how good the daughters are going to be ultimately, it's not going to be that. That's what makes it great, so unique. So I think we need to pump our brakes when we talk about Bronny James, first of all, because the expectations ain't realistic. Do y'all even know who Bronny James is as a player? And if you're going to be real and say, no, I'm not mad at that. There hasn't been a lot of tape. It's not a big sample size of gameplay for you guys to go off of Bronny James if you haven't really been following him. But all I'm hearing is, damn, Bronny done took an opportunity from someone. Bronny James being drafted by the Lakers took food out of somebody's mouth. Who? Tell me who. That's all I hear. Is the Lakers bringing on Bronny James was such a bad move. It's hindering the progress of the roster. It's stopping somebody else from eating. And BA and I, we had this argument on Lakerland last week. He talked about Bronny's teammate back in USC was better than him, and he got undrafted. But people don't get picked for various reasons. But out of all the people that always complain and say that Bronny took somebody's place, give me a name of a player who's not eating now because of Bronny James. He's a second round 55th pick. Let's be real. It just really blows me away, bro. Keep it a buck. What else when it comes to Bronny James? Exceeding the expectations. Can Bronny James exceed expectations this season? What expectations do we have? What do we expect from Bronny in his first year? When we talk about stuff that he can control, do we expect Bronny James to lock in and work on his game offensively and defensively? Do we expect Bronny James to be in the gym, in the facility, one of the first ones and one of the last ones out? Absolutely. His father been doing it for 20 years. So preparation, that's an expectation we can have for Bronny, and I feel like he's going to meet that. Bronny don't give me no vibe that he's lazy. Do you have expectations that Bronny is supposed to get on this basketball court and be productive, put up double-digit points? I can't put no expectation on gameplay for Bronny James. I'm sorry. I can't. I don't know how JJ Redick is going to use him. I don't know where he's going to be. But if he was to play, I expect Bronny to try to be a dog defensively. I need you to stay in front of people at all times. Because the backcourt that the Lakers have in D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves, it's a defensive liability. Neither one of them guys can sit in a fucking chair and stand in front of somebody. D'Lo ain't no lockdown defender. Austin Reeves ain't no lockdown defender. Dalton Connect, another defensive liability. I like Dalton Connect's upside. Dalton Connect is going to be really big for the Lakers, but he's a defensive liability. I'm going to keep it real. So guys like Cam Reddish, Bronny James, Jared Vando, if he can get back healthy, bro, them guys really could make a name for themselves on the defensive end of the basketball court. Real talk. This kid, Bronny James, I don't think he's going to get a lot of minutes to be able to prove it. But, bro, the little bit of time that you get out that bitch, don't worry about scoring and all that. That ain't your job. And you ain't like that offensively to be trying to score. Not with this team. Just stay in front of people. Just be a dog. Be aggressive. You know, that's my only expectation for Bronny James when we talk about gameplay this season. And I think he can do it. I think he can do it. So I don't know, Lakerland, you know what I mean? The choice really is yours right now. Like, what the hell are we doing with Bronny James? Are y'all still mad the Lakers drafted him? I mean, we knew what this was going to happen. We knew what this was going to happen. And I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me what did the move, how did it hurt? Because I ain't hearing nothing. When I'm asking y'all, how did the drafting Bronny James 55th hurt the Lakers' chances of being successful? I'm still waiting for an answer. I've been waiting for 2 months. The hate is real. I don't want to see him going to the G League, though. No way. There's no need. I'm on social media. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It looks like the Lakers are determined to keep Bronny James on the roster. So a professional athlete who has spent his life working it to make it in the NBA will have his dreams squashed because Bronny's daddy is a diva who doesn't care who he ruins to get what he wants. Really? These are some of the takes on social media. So Bronny James is stopping a professional athlete who spent his life working to make it to the NBA. So Bronny didn't do the same thing. We haven't watched Bronny play basketball coming up. We didn't watch him all in high school. Really. Kills me, bro. The takes. You ain't gotta like LeBron. You ain't gotta like Bronny. But the stuff just be so crazy. Jordan say, do I think LeVar Ball promoted his sons to the media than Lonzo? Not to say they set them up to fail. See, the LeVar Ball situation in comparison to the LeBron James situation, it's crazy because I LeVar, I want to say LeVar did the right thing. Some people don't necessarily agree with how he went about it, but he made some money before those guys even got on the basketball court. Um, all the kids got opportunities to play. So I really can't fault LeVar Ball. He was very vocal. Some people felt like he was talking too much, but he did what he needed to do. LeBron, to me, this might be different from Lakerland, but LeBron, to me, messed up talking too much. LeVar Ball, I didn't have a problem with his promotion, his marketing, his campaigning. LeBron James Sr. running his mouth, talking about he wanting his son to play with him, things like that. Talking about his son could play and beat some of the Lakers right now, could be on the Lakers right now. Remember that statement he made last year? Expediting this whole process of Bronny James, not allowing Bronny James to really grow to on his time. This has been a crazy, crazy year and a half for Bronny James. Remember, Bronny just had that cardiac arrest thing. He was just in the hospital like a year and a half ago. Y'all forgot? This has been a whirlwind for that kid. LeBron talking, I think, put a little bit of pressure there, and I think it sped up the process. So when I look at LeVar Ball and LeBron James, I love what they both doing for their kids. I'm never vilifying them for what they did as fathers and things like that. I just feel like when LeVar spoke, his marketing and promotion, his tactic, it worked out. All those kids got opportunities. LiAngelo, he kind of screwed things up, but he got opportunities. Still has an opportunity. With LeBron and Bronny, it's just like, man, a lot of this media attention has been kind of forced on Bronny. Not that it rattles him, but I'm just saying what's actually out there in the NBA community, it's kind of based off his father talking too much. So that's an issue that I got with LeBron versus LeBron Ball. Shout out to my brother Lakers in 5. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe as well to the Lakers in 5 platform on YouTube. Doing this thing, been doing this thing, providing you guys with some more great Lakers content. My dog Rob in the billion. Rob says Senior doesn't want Junior calling him dad on the court. How about Pops? I talked about that earlier. Like, people don't think that that's a big deal, but I'm looking at that, not that it's a huge deal. That's going to be a challenge though, bro. Let's be real. That is really going to be a challenge, and he's going to slip up, and he going to get laughed at by the opposition. He's going to get laughed at by teammates. Hopefully it don't bother LeBron, but he already tried to put it out there. But it's going to be so hard for 2.5 hours in between those lines for him not to slip up and call LeBron dad. It's definitely going to happen, but I don't know. But I think that's a challenge. I think that will be tough for anybody, to be honest. I think that'll be tough for anybody. But it's not a huge deal. It's not a huge deal. but that is something I thought about. I also talked about, Bronny, I believe, has a guaranteed contract. He'll definitely be in that 15-man rotation. Should he go down to the G League or should he just stay on the bench? I feel like he'll benefit more just sitting on the bench, not to the expense of bringing in a good player. But the Lakers ain't got nothing right now. Who trying to come to LA right now of impact? So I can't wait, man. We're just about what, a month away from training camp. Will we see Bronny in the preseason? I don't know. I'm more looking forward to seeing Dalton connect. I know we talking about Brody James right now. I'm just looking forward to seeing Dalton connect. I really think Dalton connect is gonna be really good for our Lakers team, especially under the guidance of JJ Redick. I'm excited to see what JJ Redick is going to bring to the table. I think his creativity is going to be interesting. So, I mean, I know a lot of people are disappointed that the Lakers didn't make any moves during the summer in this offseason. I don't believe that this roster that we do have, Lakerland, is the type of roster that could be competitive for a title. I will admit that. We still got our core there, in LeBron, AD. We got D'Lo and Rui, whose name has been in trade discussions. And then, of course, we got AR-15. I think we need to we need a big. We definitely need a big. And, I think a trade opportunity will happen before the trade deadline. But at the end of the day, y'all, like are y'all really willing to give up D'Lo for something that ain't really guaranteed? If there's like a superstar coming in or something like that, a real deal player, then okay, D'Lo, you gotta go. But getting rid of D'Lo because of his playoff mishaps in these last couple of years, I don't know if that's really the right idea. It could have been the Denver Nuggets matchup. I'm not giving him a pass. I mean, you play Jamal Murray, you're gonna have to put up, you got to do your thing. Game 3 was horrific for D'Angelo Russell last year in the playoffs versus the Denver Nuggets, where he went scoreless. But when I look at the overall body of work that he had last year, D'Lo was very impactful for our Lakers. I really like D'Lo. I don't love D'Lo, but I like D'Lo. I don't really want to give up on him. Not for nothing. Lakers at 5 say he think Bronny will get most of the time playing in the G League. That could be true, but do you think that's best for him though, bro? At the end of the day, wouldn't he be better off sitting on that bench? Even if he ain't getting no minutes, just being able to communicate with the guys, the veterans, or just other guys that are getting into the game. He's not going to have none of that communication from guys in the G League when the game is being played. Like, of course, you can communicate after the game, before game, but I'm just saying, like, in real time. Because what is I don't know, man. If the Lakers need Bronny James for some offensive productivity to score, then send him down. Send him to the G League. Because his offensive game is limited. He has to work on his offense. There's no doubt about that. So if you have expectation for Bronny James to be some type of offensive threat, then he got to go right now. He has to go. He has to work on that. But I believe Bronny can really be special, or really be he really can earn his spot, I'll say, on the defensive side of the basketball court. And I don't think you have to go down to the G League or any developmental league for that. Colin Castleton. See, my thing about Colin, he just small. His frame is just so small. That's my only thing about Colin. I like what I saw from Colin in the summer league, but he's just too small. And Jalen, bro, I don't have no comment on Jalen Hood-Schifino. And you could mix it up with those two, but I'm also looking at it from the aspect of LeBron Sr. What will LeBron James want? Do you think LeBron James Sr. think that it would be best for his son to be mixing it up, going back and forth? I don't think that there's nobody that's going to be able to teach him better than LeBron. So why not have that opportunity for 48 minutes, even though you're going to be on the basketball court much more? But I don't know. It's going to be unique. It's going to be unique. But the later that we get towards training camp, I'm just feeling like maybe he just stay on the bench. I guess that's just, again, basically based off of my expectation of him, being something on the defensive end. I don't have high expectations for him offensively. Not yet. Not yet. All right, Lakerland, I am about to sign off for now, but I'll be back at it with the guys later on this afternoon. Do us a huge favor for the Lakerland platform. Smash that like button for us. If you're new to the platform, welcome to Purple and Gold Skies Lakerland. Subscribe to our platform. Also become a member if you guys would like to support our platform. We got some members only content as well as some exclusive discounts for merchandise for our supporters of the platform. Shout out to you guys. Also pinned to the link in the live chat, we got links to our 24/7 Discord. So make sure y'all click the link in our live chat. Join y'all Discord as we about to pop a lot of shit when we talk about the Lakers. A lot of debates about to go down in the Lakerland Discord. So make sure you guys click the link, join our Lakerland Discord. Once again, shout out to everybody that came through this morning, real brief, chopping it up about Bronny James, man. It's going to be an interesting season. I don't have crazy expectations on Bronny, but I think at the end of the day, it's definitely going to be a movie. Shout out to my brothers Hank and BA. Again, my name is Seven Mitchell. Salute to you guys. Hope y'all guys have a decent Wednesday. Also, don't forget, subscribe to my brother Lakers in 5 on YouTube for more Lakers related content. Shout out to him. Big up to everybody that was in the live chat. Grove, Money, X-Con, Jordan, Seth. Big up to everybody that came through this morning. I'll catch you guys later on this afternoon here at Lakerland. Y'all stay safe. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think ultimately about Bronny James. Where will he end up? On the court, off the court, in the G League? Where we doing with Bronny? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Y'all stay safe. And I'm out. Peace, y'all. For all the latest news and debates on the Los Angeles Lakers, be sure to subscribe here to the Lakers Land platform with Seven, Mitchell, BA, and Hank. Also, don't forget to check out our playback room for our free VIP watch parties to all our Lakers games, and of course, the live Lakerland podcast. That's playback.tv/LakersLand.